So what we're looking at right now on this screen here is we're looking at the fear and greed index. And as you can see, the fear and greed index right now is at 15 on the scale here. Now, if you've been around the markets for a while right now, you know that tops in the markets don't form when the fear and greed index is at 15 or it's at extreme fear. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm seeing a lot of people thinking that the top is in the markets, and even some comments saying that the fear and greed index is useless and stuff like that. Now, if you have a look at this here, this is the actual fear and greed index over the last 12 months from here. And you can see here that tops in markets don't come from when there's a lot of fear around the marketplace. It's one of the big things that stops traders, because when we have a look at things like this is the S&P 500 here, right? And we start to bring this up to here. So this is the S&P 500 right here. And you can see what's going on right here, right now. And a lot of people think that the fear in the marketplace, a fear around the marketplace and the market dropping, is going to cause the market to go down a lot. And the opposite is actually true in the marketplace. We can see what's going on here. So right now, even though we're at very all-time new highs, I'm seeing a lot of people thinking that the top is in the markets. Firstly, we're definitely in a very sort of strong trending environment from here. As you can see, very strong trending environment. But the interesting thing is that there is a buying opportunity right now. I believe we're getting ready for a real big move to the upside. And as you can see here with the fear and greed index, whenever we start to get down to this extreme fear down the bottom here, it's giving us a sign that we're getting ready for a bit of a slingshot move to the upside. So as you can see through here, right? And it's not about the exact day. No one knows the exact day, but as you can see all through here, what was that? That was at the extreme fear, right? Now, what ended up happening? When was this? That there was when? Was back here in the COVID situation. Now, you don't know when the exact bottom is going to be. No one does. But what it gives you is, as you can see here, right, within a few weeks of purchasing anywhere between here, within a few months, should I say, we saw that 3 months later. 1, 2, 3 months later, a big move up. See that through there? Now, as you can see down here, what was happening down there? If I bring this up now over to here, actually, can I do that? Will it allow me to do it? Oh yeah, it'll allow me, right? There you go. Squeeze it up. So as you can see, right, let's do this here. So this point all through here was this point all through here. And as you can see, and actually when it got down to 2, was actually right there. That was the bottom there when it got down to 2. See where we're at right now? And this is where we're at right now. And the fear and greed index is actually right here. So even though, yes, we're very, very high, and a lot of people saying that, you know, this is a rounding top and we're going to drop to the downside, even though that sounds logical, but what's going on right now is tops in the markets are formed when there's a lot of people not thinking that. And that's where the big thing, like you saw gold and silver and the mining stocks have a big correction just recently. And if I just show you this here, if I just go down to the actual candlestick chart for a minute, right? As you know that if you have a look at this here, what was happening here on the silver chart and even the gold chart here? What was happening through here? Through here, you started getting a lot of people on the bullish side of gold, right? Now, I'm not saying gold's going to crash, but what typically happens is the tops in markets come from when people are starting to scream, it's going to 10,000 and so on and so forth, right? Now I'm not picking on gold here, right? I'm not picking on gold here right now. I actually think we're ultimately going to head to 10,000 over the next 5 years. But how that happens is a different story. So when it comes to the stock market, though, is as I'm trying to share with you here, is that whenever we get this fear and greed through here, so this is the S&P 500 here. So even though the S&P 500 hasn't done much through here, we're probably not going to get too much. When we start to get down the bottom here, if we get down to the bottom through here, that's probably going to scream the fear and greed index right here. That there, if we got just a little bit more to the downside, we're probably going to get another one of these readings. And what do you think that means, right? What do you think that means from there? Now, I'm not recommending you do this, guys. I'm not recommending you doing anything. I'm not providing you any sort of advice from here. I'm just letting you know what could potentially come up. as always, apply good risk management to it, right, guys? If we did have a bit of a drop just down the bottom here, that there is going to scream this point down here. Then guess what do you expect to happen 2-3 months later after that happens? This here, and then we see a big movement to the upside. So I believe this is like a bit of a slingshot pattern move to the upside. We're starting to get this. The warning signs are flashing that they're about to see a really big move to come, and it's starting to scream from here. Now let's look at this here. Even in very big bull markets, right? So we're in a very big bull market now, okay? Very big bull market. Do you know, even in very big bull markets, we actually get these corrections, right? We get these corrections in the markets from here. And even through here, see all through from the 2023 bottom. Look at this here. Even from there to there, that was what? That was a 10% correction. There to there was what? 5%. There to there was a 9% correction. Another correction, 5%. Another correction here, 5% or more. All right, let's even go back to the COVID situation. COVID big bull market. Correction here, what was that? Correction, 7%. This big correction through here, almost 10%. Another correction here, right, 5%. 5%, even this correction through here, around another 5%, and then we started flattening out through. So even in very big bull markets, we get these corrections that come along the way from here. So right now what I'm seeing is if we see this level through here, we actually got this big massive sort of weekly chart going on here as well too. Actually, if I let's bring on this chart from here, this weekly chart, as you can see, we're at this level here. So on the fear and greed index side of things, and what we're seeing from here is that if the market does hold here and then hold here, and if we get a little bit of move to the downside, probably through here, that's probably all she's going to write before we actually see a real big move coming out of this level. And we may even head up to 8,000. This may be a one big massive move up towards 8,000, maybe. I'm not saying it's going to, right? Over the next 6 months, we may even get an 8,000 print up here. I know that sounds pretty crazy, right? It's like, what? No, John, come on, you're nuts, right? But it may do that, right? So there's a lot of opportunities right now, guys. And I've seen even the NASDAQ and so on and so forth. So over the next week or two, guys, there's probably going to be a real good buying opportunity for you to see that as we continue along this journey here. Again, I just see a real amazing buying opportunity. And flashing warning signs about to say that a real big move is about to come. And this is what I'm seeing right now. So there we go, traders. Hope this helps you out. Traders, make sure you grab access to the free Generate the X Factor trading book. There's that first link in the description. Click on that, guys. You can go check it out, and I'll speak to you real soon.